The countdown is on, the final week of McLovin. Thursday will be his last show. Let's wait until Thursday if you'd like to call in and say goodbye to McLovin. No need to drag this out. And you can stay on hold if you want to until Thursday. Marvin will take those phone calls and just leave you on hold if you'd like to say goodbye to McLovin on Thursday. Yes, McLovin?
I have a friend who's tried to call in and said Marvin shut him down.
Wait a minute. First of all, you said you had a friend.
Associate.
Okay. And you're accusing Marvin.
Yeah.
Wow.
Said he did it very politely, though.
Okay.
My friend Sully.
But did Sully say that he wanted to say something nice about you, and then Marvin said, no, not today?
Basically, in so many words.
Mm-hmm.
I've communicated with Sully before, and I wouldn't let him on the air either.
Okay. Yes, Paul.
Tell Sully to tell Marvin that I got something bad to say about Todd. He'll go to the top of the list. That's how Marvin rolls.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, McLovin.
Sully's the guy who came up to you in France. He wanted to call to talk about that. Now, do you remember he came up to you and said, I listen to the show all the time. I loved your segment with Ryan Leaf. You were in the graveyard.
Oh, yeah. I didn't appreciate Sully. Just letting you know.
He's a number one fan of the show. I mean, he's huge,
Okay,
huge fan.
I'm on vacation. I'm at the cemetery, for, all of the military men who died in France. So they're doing taps. It's 5 o'clock, and they're lowering the flag. I'm crying. It's emotional. I got some guy walks up and goes, hey.
6'5", 220.
No, he goes, hey, get a picture when this is done?
Oh, jeez. You're kidding.
No, they are playing. I have the video. I'm videotaping them taking down the American flag at the cemetery.
Hey, Dan, real quick, what do you think of Kirk Cousins? Is that the answer in Minnesota?
Yeah. So I'm, it's a beautiful, beautiful moment. Well, it was. And I got this guy behind me. And then I said, not now. Like, not now.
I got to ask you, is Fritzy really like that? Just a quick question.
Yeah, so Sully, no, I don't want Sully. Marvin, don't have Sully call in. You're not allowed to. Sully is barred.
You have to let him. He's literally the number one fan of this show.
They were playing taps.
That's
Dan,
how big a fan he is.
They were bringing our flag down.
Dan, one thing, my calendar had 2 Februarys in it. Can you get that adjusted? Thanks.
So, yeah, I'm not big on Sully. I'm sullied on Sully.
After the ceremony, can you sign my calendar? I actually brought it to France in my carry-on bag.
Yes.
I mean, we won the war. What else do you want?
Oh, my God.
Dan, what happened to Chris in Syracuse? Did he still talk to him?
And then my wife goes, what did he say? I said, he wanted to get a picture. And she goes, here? And I said, yes. There's probably 100 people surrounding this flagpole at the cemetery.
You're not making this up.
I swear to God, Paulie, I have the video. I have it still on my phone. You might even be able to hear Sully go, hey, can I get a picture? As I'm videotaping this, they're bringing our flag down.
On these hallowed grounds 80 years ago.
At the cemetery.
6'4", 220. Can I get a ding?
Yeah,
First time, long time.
yeah, McLovin. Sully.
At least let him explain his thinking at the cemetery.
Okay, if Sully wants to call in and not say anything nice about you, but just explain when they're playing taps and bringing down our flag at this cemetery, this pristine cemetery in France, those who were there on D-Day, those who were there gave their lives. It's so emotional. And I got this guy going, hey, when it's all said and done, can I get a picture? Yes, Paul.
Sully can't do it today. He's sitting outside Jim Rome's house waiting for an autograph when he takes his kids to school.
No.
I went to Normandy a couple of years ago with my wife, and I'd always wanted to go there. Just for some reason, I just wanted to be on the beach and just kind of absorb what that must have been like. And we also went to the cemetery where those who died are buried, and they play, at 5 o'clock every day, they play taps. They bring down the U.S. flag at the cemetery. And McLovin brought this up, his buddy Sully met me in France, and I go, who did I meet in France? And this guy comes up behind me. So they're playing taps, and I'm filming it, and it's so emotional. Beautiful day, pristine cemetery. There's probably 30 or 40 people around us, and I'm videotaping this. So while I'm videotaping this, Sully comes up right behind me, big guy.
Yeah.
And he goes, hey, can I get a picture when this is all done? Now I'm shooting this, and I want to smack him, but it's so, like, you cannot believe how emotional this is.
It's a Curb Your Enthusiasm scene.
Very much so.
Well, I tried to curb his enthusiasm, and it didn't work.
Did you end up taking a picture?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. But this is, like, first of all, great camera work.
Yeah, sure.
That
And-
is really good.
All
camera.
framed up.
The focus is amazing
Yeah.
too. The wide depth.
Thank you.
First of all, great camera.
Yeah. But this was, but here I am, like this.
And gives you the tap on the shoulder and like,
But I'm crying while I'm doing this because it's just like, oh my God, this moment. And he's like,
This looks like a good time for me to see if I can get a picture.
should I
Like 2 more
get a
minutes,
picture?
the flag would be down, and people would probably disperse a little bit.
So this guy, Sully,
Yeah.
is our #1 fan apparently.
He's a huge fan.
And he wants
Loyal
to
fan.
call in today.
Yeah, loyal fan. Explain himself.
he's just figured you already had your camera out. It just saved the.
Yeah, and he hears taps, so he thinks I can
convenience
tap you.
Yeah, but I wasn't taking a picture with him.
Yeah, just before you put it away. It'd just be easier if we do that.
That was amazing.
Slightly insensitive.
Thank you, Todd.
Slightly insensitive.
McLovin is really good friends with this guy whose name is Sully. Yes, McLovin.
Yeah, Michael Sullivan. All that what you said is true. Legit fan.
Okay. And Sully joins us on the phone. Good morning, Sully.
6'2", 245.
Yeah. Do you have a statement prepared, Sully?
First of all, Dan, as soon as I did this interaction, which all you said is true, I was crying also, immediately regretted it. Immediately. I'm like, we're at this pristine, everything you just talked about, everything you talked about, and then all of a sudden, there you're standing. And look, a lot has to work out, like McLovin had said. And first of all, Fritzy, what's up, my man? Paulie, Seaton, fellas, how we doing? And then that moment happens, Dan, and it's like, okay, when am I ever going to get a chance to talk to Dan Patrick?
Did you,
All
did
sense
Sully,
out the window.
did you give any thought to maybe waiting 90 seconds?
Immediately after I said hello, yes. Immediately after all this goes down that you talked about this morning, yes. I was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because then I panicked that I ruined the moment for you.
You did.
I know.
Yeah.
Dan, I've been thinking about this since July 6th, 2019. Never did I ever think that I'd be blasted on my favorite sports talk radio show and getting dragged along the... Suck It Sully's one of the best. Whoever that called in, Suck It Sully, amazing.
I showed the Danettes the video. I have the video on my phone, and I'm playing it, and the only thing that you don't hear is you tapping me on the shoulder. It is so quiet, and it's so solemn. And then I got this big guy behind me. He's like, hey, can I get a picture when this is all done?
Where's Brady going? Do you know?
Wait, where? And then he got that, Boston accent. Where do you think Brady's going? And I said, I don't know. Hell, just like you.
Dan, have you ever had that moment where you had an interaction and immediately after you're like, why did I just do it? Like that second of pause and rationality out the window.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's exactly how I felt. And I got in the car after and we were driving back to Paris and I looked at my now fiance. I'm like, I don't know why I just did that.
Did your fiance say anything? Like, what are you doing? Or
It happened so fast that she looked over and she's like, what did you just do? And I'm like, I immediately regretted what I just interrupted a moment for that guy. And
you know what I'm going to do, Sully? During the ceremony when you get married, I'm going to tap you on the shoulder and then I'm going to ask for a picture and an autograph. Is that okay?
Well, do you know what I wanted to tell you, Dan? This is exactly what I wanted to tell you. I found your show 13 years ago when I moved from Boston to Los Angeles. When I was in a very dark time in my life, I found you guys online.
Sully, don't try to make me feel bad. I'm not going to cry.
No, I don't. We already had our crying moment, but
Okay.
I really wanted to let you know, you and everybody, the Danettes, everybody that's been involved on the Dan Patrick Show for the past 13 years when I found you guys. Thank you for everything you guys got me through. 13 years ago, I got sober, and I was in a very dark, dark place in my life. And coming from Boston, I didn't know sports talk radio shows had positivity, had laughter, had that banter, because it was always just all negative back in Boston. And when I found you guys and I saw the interaction that you guys had, this is a long time ago, so it wasn't what it is now. You guys have, I'm not kidding, you've gotten me through some very dark, dark times, and I'm so glad that now, in the right moment, not in Normandy, I can say thank you to everybody involved in the Dan Patrick Show. You guys have been a huge part still of my life. At 6 o'clock, Monday through Friday, I try to catch you guys when I'm doing stuff in the office or when I'm in my car on the Sirius radio. I'm very, very grateful that I've been able to listen to you guys and have those moments of, I can just shut my head off when I turn on the Dan Patrick Show. I'm very, very grateful. I can't apologize enough for that moment, Dan, of ruining that special. I had listened to your show. So Dan, put yourself in my shoes. You're in Normandy. You're at the cemetery. You're taking it all in, and all of a sudden you look and you're like, oh, that's Dan Patrick. This is my moment I can say thank you. Out the window. Everything goes out the window.
Sully, two things.
Yeah.
Very happy for you.
Thank you.
Second of all, your speech was longer than the ceremony in Normandy. Okay? All right?
I need to give a shout-out to my man Richard Jefferson, too. He's a huge fan of mine.
No shout-out, Sully. Damn. Well, Sully, thanks for calling in. Thanks for ruining the moment in Normandy. And I might show up at your wedding.
I hope you do, Dan. I appreciate everything you guys do. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday.
Thank you, buddy. That's Sully, McLovin's friend. Yes, McLovin.
He was doing so good, then he got Fritzy-esque on the speech.
Yeah,
half and half.
I know. Cut it in half, Sully. Glad you got sober. Could have stopped there. You know. He made me want to drink after I met him. But my wife said, that guy know you? I go, sort of. And my wife has seen it all with, people who come up to me, usually men. And she goes, well, what did he want? I said, he wanted a picture and an autograph. She goes, here? I go, yes. And she goes, but you're crying. I go, yeah, I know. Because of the ceremony, not because of Sully. Yeah, Paulie.
I could just imagine, though, like that could have been the conversation. If he would have got you and pulled you away, you could have done 12 minutes with him.
Oh, man. And then, so we get the picture, and he tells McLovin, man, Dan was really nice. Well, I didn't know what else to say, or I was like, okay, it happens. I appreciate it. One day people stop asking you for an autograph or a picture. But in that moment, like he could have, if he waited 2 minutes, we would have been okay. Yes, Eden.
And there's just something that adds so much to the story, actually, which is already phenomenal, than hearing that Boston accent.
Oh,
hey,
yeah.
Dad, wicked excited to meet you, bud.
Yeah. And then he gives me the, where do you think Brady's going?
Where's Tommy going, huh?
And I went, oh, my God.
Listen in my car.
Yeah. Every morning in my car. But my wife will always say, if we go to another country, said, "Do you think you'll be recognized?" And I said, "Yes. You know, it'll happen in the strangest places." And lo and behold, at the cemetery in France. Yes, McLean.
So is that the strangest, or has there been other countries? I know you've traveled internationally a lot.
Yeah. Nothing comes to mind, but for the most part, you get, like, my voice will give me away. You know, somebody might not recognize me because I usually have a hat on and glasses. You know, my wife says, "I don't know how they know who you are." I go, "My voice." Because most people probably, you're listening in your car with radio, or if you're watching TV and you watch SportsCenter, you would, be listening. You would hear the voice. So I'm guessing that's probably why.